Hello, my name is Sam Holtman, and I'm the weird one. Some people think it's because I'm quiet, or because I own a lizard, or because I collect Transformers, or the fact that when I'm watching a crime show, sometimes I sit there and say to myself, oh, why didn't I think of that? Which usually isn't the right response to, someone getting murdered. Also, in 7th grade, I was in public school where, forks, spoons, and napkins came in those plastic, like those really fancy little packages. No one ever used their spoons at lunch, so one day I decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take home a spoon every single day that I don't use one. I have 60 spoons. That's 12 weeks of my 7th grade year that I brought home a spoon every single day. As a kid, I practically grew up at River Legacy Science Center. I started taking classes there when I was 3, all the way up until 8th grade, which was actually a class that they added just because I asked them to. It led to my interest in animals, bugs, and eventually my interest in bones. I have a possum skeleton that I got from a friend that I'm using to make jewelry. My sister is the sort of normal type. She talks on FaceTime. She'll tell me not to buy a Transformer every single time I go to Target. And she'll shop at Forever 21. She likes Starbucks. When I go places, I dress in black. But the funny thing is my taste in music. Because you'd think that I'd listen to, hard rock and metal. I do, but my favorite genre in music is the same cheesy 80s stuff that Mr. Renshaw listens to. I mean, I do listen to hard rock and metal music, but my favorite bands are ones like Men Without Hats and Thomas Dolby. And hold on. The point is, you just don't have to be normal to be someone amazing. You can be weird. One of my favorite authors is H.P. Lovecraft. By the age of 3, he was able to read his own poetry. By the age of 6, he was able to write his own poetry. By the age of 8, he was writing horror stories. A lot of people know him for being an influential horror writer and creating monsters and writing about monsters such as Cthulhu and the Eldritch Abomination. He was basically the guy that went out at night and wrote about weird alien gods and the monsters that live under your bed. Another person you might know, more than H.P. Lovecraft, is Robin Williams. He started off as a comedian in the 70s, and a lot of people know him for his roles in Dead Poet Society and Night at the Museum. He went through stages of alcoholism and depression, but everyone loved him, and no one can tell that he was going through these issues because he was always happy regardless. Another person is Ellen DeGeneres, who was also a comedian. She runs her own show, the Ellen DeGeneres Show, but in 1997 she came out and it backfired, leaving a lot of unwanted media attention that led her to depression, but she has gotten over it, and she still does her show, the Ellen DeGeneres Show, to this day. These people have issues, but they're still themselves regardless. You can be someone like Robin Williams or Ellen DeGeneres where everyone knows you, everyone loves you, or you can be someone like H.P. Lovecraft where barely anyone knows you, and frankly, you kind of scare some people. But in my opinion, if you're not scaring anyone, then you're not really doing it right. One of my favorite quotes is a quote written by George R.R. Martin, and it says, "Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor and it can never be used to hurt you. So be punk, be hipster, be weird, but most of all be you. And don't rely on other people's expectations of what you are to determine who you're supposed to be." Thank you.